Jason Zucker, do you have balls? Manscaped, 20% off and free shipping internationally for the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped. Your all-in-one grooming solution and SDPN's trade deadline partner. We love you, Manscaped. Again, use that promo code DANGO, manscaped.com, 20% off. Let's talk about Jason Zucker. Jason Zucker, you remain a Buffalo Sabre at a time when it seems like nobody wants that. Now, we do know that Jason Zucker, Kevin Adams sang his praises in the very famous press conference earlier this year when Jake Trouba said, no, I don't want to go to Buffalo, and Kevin Adams said, palm trees, palm trees, palm trees. You guys remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, he said, Jason Zucker has been a great voice in the room. Jason Zucker moved around a lot. He went from Pittsburgh to Arizona to Nashville and now to Buffalo, and it seems like he's found a home. 2 years, $4.75 million each year. What do we think of the deal?
I think it's great. I really do for Buffalo. They get him to take, a discount, quote unquote. He's making $5. It's another 2 years at $4.75. If he continues to produce at the clip that he is, and that's why you sign a deal, right? Like, oh, well, what if he slows down? Well, you're not signing anyone to a contract extension like, he's going to stink, right? You're signing him like he's going to be one of your team's top scorers, 18 goals, 26 assists for 44 points in 54 games, $4.75 for 2 years. That's very reasonable. If the Sabres get out of being the Sabres, he'll help them get out of being the Sabres. If they continue to be the Sabres, they can trade him. So good contract. I don't see a downside.
Now, I look at this situation and Buffalo, and Dylan Cousins' name has come up, and J.J. Peterka's name has come up in the last 24 hours to the shock of literally everybody. Can't believe that. You
got a guy we can text about that?
We got people who are like, there seems to be just sort of like a mass exodus plan in Buffalo with players that should be a part of their window. Jesse, how important is it for Buffalo management to show, hey, we got something going on here, and this team is not that far away?
This is what I've been asking of the Buffalo Sabres for the longest time, is get some adults in the room. And they found an adult in Jason Zucker who's been performing well for them. So I applaud them for at least not just selling everything and going younger and doing the rebuild thing, because they shouldn't still be in this rebuild phase. And this is a sign that, okay, we're trying to keep guys who have NHL experience on this roster and keep us competitive, or at least get us to be competitive. They're not competitive right now. So it's a good move for Kevin Adams. It's a bit of an overpay, I think, based on his production, but what he's making now isn't indicative of the salary cap that's going up. So this 4.75 looks a lot better at a higher salary cap hit, and they need people like this on the roster. They can't just have kids everywhere.
Exactly. And that's sort of, it sort of lends itself to a very interesting dynamic in Buffalo, because we keep saying these guys have got to be close, right? And then they keep not being close.
Yeah.
Next year, can they be close, do you think?
No. Based on history, no. Until they actually do it, I am going to say that every single season the Buffalo Sabres are going to be bad, because that's all they've ever shown. And maybe if they want to move off of Kevin Adams one day, and if Terry Pegula wants to sell the team to an owner who's actually going to be invested in the team, I'll be like, yeah, there's great stuff happening in Buffalo. But right now, no, they're never going to be good.
I just feel like the talent is there, and that's why.
Yeah, welcome to the last 8 years.
No, I know. We've been more bullish on them over the last couple of years. The culture's not there at all.
No.
Yeah.
If they can find a way to change that, which honestly might be harder to do than talent, I think their future's fine.
The other thing they did earlier was re-signing Jordan Greenway, which was sort of a surprise as well. And you're looking at a guy that, career high of 32 points, and that was 6-7 years ago. But it seems like they're trying to build a culture around something or someone, right?
They need to keep living, breathing human beings. I think is the problem here, because like his Greenway making $4 million, I don't see much justification there. He is one of the biggest players in the NHL.
How big is he?
Puckpedia beef. Puckpedia has him listed at 6'6", 231.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
I didn't know he was 6'6".
Oh,
I knew he was big. I didn't know he was that big. Oh my God. So maybe 2 or 3 of those millions is because he's so damn large.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be more enthusiastic about a 33-year-old Jason Zucker getting a 2-year deal than I am Jordan Greenway getting $4 million at 28 years old. But Zucker's been good.
Yeah. Greenway's not great. Like that's 100. The Jason Zucker one, you're like, okay, I can see how it's like what it should be. Maybe in free agency, you got to pay that number. So it's like, okay. But the Greenway one, I don't know how you don't say it's an overpay. For a guy who has a career high of 12 goals, he's going to be in your bottom 6 on a good team. So I guess you got to overpay to keep people in Buffalo.
Well, Jesse, here, let me throw an offer at you, okay? You have Jordan Greenway on your team.
Okay.
I offer you a 2nd and a 5th. Do you take it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, every day of the week.
Yeah, no, that's like a ridiculous overpay for that player. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how the Sabres got him. They traded the 64th pick in 2023 and a 5th rounder in 2024 to the Minnesota Wild for this player. So you better keep him.
Right. You're looking at it as like based on what they used to acquire him and the history that goes into Jordan Greenway in Buffalo, this is a must-keep asset.
Yeah, the guy the Wild drafted with that 2nd rounder is Riley Heidt, who had 117 points in 66 games last year. He's cooled down.
How tall is he?
He's cooled down. He's got 77 points in 53 games.
Oh, is that it?
Adam, he is only 5'11".
Wow.
Which is why he is bad, I think.
Yeah, probably that's what it means. Now,
sometimes with these contracts, I wonder, it's like, who are you competing with? Because is anybody in this league, the 31 other teams, giving Jordan Greenway $4 million?
You're competing with the factor of the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, you're competing with your own situation that you created. That's the problem, right? So Buffalo, maybe they're overpays, but they're trying to create a culture in Buffalo. And hey, you never know. We could have more Buffalo-related trades. We know Dylan Cousins' name has been out there for weeks.
What?
We'll see what happens.